So hello, this is Attila16 and this is another live stream of Total War Rome 2. So this is the campaign I started yesterday for you guys in live. So it's with the Bactria faction. And eventually I decided let's just keep going with this. I don't know if we'll completely do this campaign, but that might be an interesting action going on. And we had a pretty let's say, costly war with our neighbor, the nomadic tribes around here, which did cost me quite a few armies. But as you can see, they were defeated both by me and some other factions. So now we're back into a state of peace up to a certain point. So let's hope that this will allow me to rebuild better armies, which will be able to fight the kind of armies which are around here, which are very much oriented toward cavalry stuff and archer cavalry. So that will be an interesting thing. And I have two armies here, which did suffer enormous loss, but that's because I auto-battled the fight for this town. What happened is that I may displace a client state. But they ended up at war with Parthia, so I had to destroy them before things got worse and Parthia took the place. So I refused to join them into the war against Parthia. So as a result of this, it leads to a kind of weird situation where Parthia is my ally, but I had to destroy my ex-client state. I did so in auto battle, and as a result of this, these armies did suffer an enormous amount of loss, which leaves space to create better armies in the future, which is a good thing again. So essentially, that's the contextualization of the whole thing. I hope you appreciate it. And now I think what I'll be doing is accumulate some money and build better armies. So I will develop my empire a little. I don't want to start a war with Parthia because they are, I think they are under the Seleucid Empire, or maybe not, I'm not sure. But I seem to have a lot of allies. So for example, this faction right here is an ally. That's rather surprising. Weird that I had so many allies, but I'm literally surrounded by allies. The only area where I don't have ally covering my border is this area. So I might as well expand over there. But first of all, check. It's nomadic tribe style of army, so that means that I will have to build proper units or armies which have a lot of cavalry regiment. Or let's call that cohort or group units. Anyway, we'll have to build something useful against nomadic tribes.
Ready for orders.
So, did I cover it all, Riho? I think I did. Now let's click the enter button. I need to give an edict here. Increase the happiness because people are really unhappy currently. I think what's fun about this particular faction I'm playing is really the fact that you're all the way east, and this is a place of the map where you don't necessarily end up fighting much or having to think about much with most factions, which are mostly in the Western world. So as a result of this lead to kind of a different kind of environment. So that's a nice thing.
We hunger for battle.
Let's see. This army seems completed.
Ready for battle.
Okay, it's completed, but it's not combat effective against nomadic tribes. Because I will get some citizen cavalry. Since they are lighter than noble cavalry, they might be a little more adapted to fight nomadic tribes which have a lot of
Ready
bowmen.
for orders.
We will have to rely on their mobility. That's a lot of buildings to rebuild here.
We hunger for battle. It is a great and glorious thing to serve your people. At your command.
Where do you think I should expand? Should I go up north, or should I bother to perhaps use my ally as a kind of safe zone and then just go across their territory and then fight the war with the enemies which will not necessarily cross a buffer zone of my allies? Thing which I'm not sure about. I think it's clear that getting rid of those nomadic tribes is probably the priority at the moment. But anyway, even the eastern faction, which are not necessarily nomadic, are pretty much oriented toward a horse archer. No matter where, in a challenging area to conquer.
Ready for orders. Ready for battle.
What's also interesting about Bactria is that as you will expand further, since you have a kind of Macedonian culture, you end up being able to build fanning. So that means that
Ready for orders.
even as you expand, you're still able to fight proper troops because you have those pikemen. That's a cool thing. Yeah, that's a fight I won't do. There's no point fighting this. I probably won't have a chance. I lost that territory. That's probably some rebel just
Besieging
were
the settlement.
around the place. I'll take back that place pretty quickly. Not much of an issue. Good news is that it gives me the opportunity to rank up a little my troops.
Ready for orders.
Might improve their chance of lasting long into the extended battle against those nomadic tribes.
Ready for battle. Commander. March until your feet bleed, then march some more. At your command. Ready for battle.
Hey, Nicola. Doing pretty well. How about you?
Ready for orders. Commander. Soldiering. It's a good life. At your command. We hunger for battle. Ready for orders. We hunger for battle. I want hourly patrols. At your... Set up the watch. We hunger for battle. Ready for orders.
Yeah, I need to find an enemy first to have a battle.
Ready for battle. We hunger for battle. Are you ready to serve?
I probably will go attack that town very soon. I just need to reform a few of my armies and we'll get there.
At your command. Ready for orders. Destination reached.
I'm starting to move toward at Act 2, something like that. I'm moving my armies over there
Faster, curse you all.
before declaring war. Now, what's funny is that you can put your army into looting mode or raiding mode, and that usually annoyed the enemy faction. And one time, I think it was Egypt, and I just did that to the Romans, and had like minus 2,500 diplomatic point from the Roman Empire, and they did not even declare war on me. Kind of ridiculous. Like, never expected the Roman to be that patient.
We hunger for battle.
I will be honest. I seek coin as token of...
I'm giving some money to my allies, or if that's worth it. But they will turn against me as soon as I have my back turn.
Advance. At your command. On the move. Journey completed. March until your feet bleed, then march some more. Is that all?
Guess it's time to develop a little the military aspect of those border province. Maybe recruit an army here just for stability purpose.
Ready for orders. Get to it, men.
Need at least one unit in there to stabilize the region. Oh, city cavalry is actually very expensive. Much more than what's that? Like the probably this well, noble are probably more expensive. Yeah, they are way more expensive than light cavalry.
Ready for orders.
By the way, I'm just curious, where you guys are seeing the live broadcast? Is it in your subscription feed, or is it on Google Plus, Twitter? What is it? Where do you find it?
My honorable master would have me talk of gold. A lump sum would ensure...
I think I will research some stuff to be able to build the catapult or ballista. That really usually gives you quite an edge over the enemies when you have this.
March. None will escape.
Where that wasn't centered. About liberating people.
Commander.
Exciting. Oh no, I did not liberate those guys.
At your
I don't like
command.
those guys. Try them
Ready for
again.
battle.
Maybe not, let's give them a chance.
Ready for orders. We hunger for
Anyway, they
battle.
are my client
At your
state now.
command.
Should be very friendly. The only problem is when they actually end up at war with other people and then they try to drag you into that war, and that's very annoying. Don't want that.
At your command.
I'm very surprised that I have an ally which is seemed to be really powerful. Look at that. That big. Covering all this area. I don't get it. So, or these guys. They're my defensive ally, apparently. And they are a military ally with many other people. This is very surprising. You guys really don't like me. Even though they are my client. Really.
Ready for battle.
Ah, look at that. My ally, which I just liberated, is already at war. For some reason, it's a really bad idea to liberate people now.
Ready for orders.
So I liberated them, but now I'm capturing them back because it's for their own good. Literally.
We hunger for battle.
I guess there won't be any more liberating.
Commander. We hunger for battle. At your command. On the move. Finding shelter.
Fortunately, here I can improve an aspect. It's all about increasing the weapons of those guys. Sadly, there's no batch processing for this. Would be very nice if they were to really make that easier and save me a few clicks on this. They should really do about that.
Commander.
Especially when you have multiple armies coming through here. Yeah, everybody's updated. The faction I declared war on seem to have at least one more town. Or what else there is around here. Yeah, more nomadic tribes over there. This is a really wide area. We'll have to cross a lot of land.
My honorable master would have me talk.
It's really strange. They ask me for money without anything else. But I decided let's give it a try and give them the money, and perhaps that might improve the relation with them and then make them more willing to be part of my empire somehow. We'll see about that. I think in the context of this region, I need to develop a little more military infrastructure because the province are so big that just getting reinforcements or producing armies and sending them to the front takes so long that I guess each province probably should have some capacity to do some troops, like a basic necessity of the area. Hello, OMCDNR. How do you pronounce it? Good to see you back on the live stream.
Journey completed. Ready for battle. Commander? Are you ready to serve? We hunger for battle. Commander?
My honorable master would have me. We hunger for battle. At once. At your command. Forgive me, but I cannot.
I just hope I won't find an enormous amount of armies around here. This way we'll be able to capture that last town of the faction. Well, at least I hope that's the last town. It'll be spread out too much. They don't seem to have any armies to be able to oppose me at the moment, which is the good news.
Ready for orders. It is a great and glorious thing to serve.
Oh, here I'm literally building armies of cavalry to face those nomadic tribes around the place. Because so far, phalanx formation against cavalry did not work too well. Yeah, we're getting toward battles, don't worry. Oh great, just what I wanted. A bunch of nomadic tribes which even have ballista to face me. Be a great experience. They even have 3 armies. I just pull back from that. This way it will regroup me with my other army, and from there we'll be able to perhaps take action here. Perhaps I could try to make an ambush, but I'm not sure that will work too well against nomadic tribes. What is? Well, in this case, there's 2 enemy armies, so that might be a better situation. So I will fight that battle. I think in terms of stats, they are a little over evaluated there. Although I think the Vedic tribe melee attack is pretty insane. From what I remember of actually checking the stats, might be a very strong. So we'll have to verify that. That's in space. Never saw that kind of environment.
General! Our orders! Missile infantry at your command!
I will be curious about what will you guys do in this context. There's 2 enemy armies which are made mostly of cavalry. My own army is made of skirmisher and cavalry. What to do with this?
We are at your command!
I have a couple of noble horse which are pretty good normally. Citizen cavalry which are good as well. And then light cavalry which are mobile.
Melee cavalry awaiting orders. Orders, my lord. Citizen cavalry. Orders, my lord.
There's also no telling how powerful the enemy might be.
Hellenic cataphracts. If we are victorious and live, I will sacrifice to Zeus and Ares for their favor and help in our defense. But we mortals must do our parts as well. Fight with honor, and all will be well.
Okay, well, it's clear that they have ballista. I need to do something about that.
General! As you command.
Fortunately, those ballistas seem to be a little isolated on the this flank, left flank. Sorry. Nonetheless, deadly.
Melee cavalry ready. Citizen cavalry. Swift riders at your command. What are your orders? At the ready. Engage. Orders, my lord. At orders. And forward. Awaiting orders. At the ready. Melee cavalry ready. Persian archers. At the ready. Melee cavalry awaiting orders. At the ready. Next forward. What are your orders? Ready. Surrender is not an option.
Okay, well, let's hope that the quality of my troops, which doesn't seem to be the case, will help me win this.
Ready. Advance at speed.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be going too well.
Melee cavalry. Forward. Our orders. Ready to be. Melee cavalry awaiting orders. Cataphracts. As you command. We await your orders.
Pretty insane how those nomadic tribes are powerful.
Your orders. Quickly
But sure, yeah, troops are pretty strong.
Cataphracts!
Starting to think about making entire armies of ballista, since the entire army of cavalry doesn't work.
Heavy cavalry, ready and willing. Back for glory!
For honor! Persian archers! At the double! As you wish! Counters!
Yeah, I guess that army is just not made to face that kind of opposition.
As you command! Missile infantry! Now!
So let's see. I have battings. Doesn't work against that. I have bowmen, which seem to be a little better against those
Forever
horse
loyal,
archers.
as you command!
But the only problem is that my bowmen barely have any armor, so they're not really good at holding against cavalry archers.
Persian archers! We fight for our lives!
Javeliner could be good, but they don't have much range. Look at that, even Cataphract have trouble. So I guess cavalry doesn't work too well against these guys. Just have so much archers.
Retreat, men! Retreat!
We go with horse archer myself. Okay, well, so that did not go too well here. I will pull back.
Tired you are.
Starting to think that the only way to defeat that amount of horse archers is to
Left behind.
bring catapult or a ballista.
At ease, men. Ready for orders.
In a tricky situation.
At your command. Ready for orders.
But the thing is that I'm ending up being pretty rich because I keep losing my armies. Is a strange fact. Losing my armies make me richer. I really should stop losing my people.
At your command. We hunger for battle. Ready for battle.
Okay, so let's see my different troops. What kind of troops can beat horse archer? Thorax spearmen, that. Elite Persian archer. All good.
Soldiering. It's a good life.
Compare the two here. Okay, elite Persian archers seem very good. Much better than the other bunch here, Persian light archer. So I guess we'll spend a lot on those horsemen. And then I will search those thorax spearmen. And with the combination of super strong archer with a couple of spearmen to guard them, perhaps we have a chance to defeat those annoying nomadic tribes.
We hunger for battle.
Since cavalry only faction, well, armies doesn't seem to work at all. And another solution to this. So where is everybody located here? Where you guys are coming from? The viewers? Does everybody have their own copy of Rome, or are you watching me in the waiting of having your own Rome experience?
We hunger for battle. Call this a garrison. We hunger for battle. At once. On the move. At your command. At your command. We hunger for battle. Ready for orders. Ready for battle.
I have a lot of money, but I have nothing to spend it on. That's a bit of a problem. I don't even have...
At your command.
maybe if I move that army up north, they might be able to recruit more
Make
troops
haste,
there.
men. Gathering
But the big
supplies.
question is, I need troops which are able to deal with those
Ready for
nomadic
battle.
tribes. Be available everywhere. That's a battle I cannot win. Time to make some ballista.
Ready for orders. Ready for battle. Get to it, men. Commander. We hunger for battle.
I don't really understand what's going on here. I'm supposed to be able to recruit some troops because I have that building right here. But I seem unable to. I click options. That. Yep, I cannot recruit anything.
At your
Might be a
command.
bug.
Get moving, you wretches. Commander.
You have an entire army made of cavalry here. I will move them over there where there's a few trees and perhaps establish an ambush. If I ambush enemy cavalry archer, that might be very easy to just get rid of them.
Ready for orders.
Oh, that's interesting. I cannot recruit anything anywhere.
Ready for battle.
Might be a more serious bug than I thought. Maybe the faction actually has a limitation in amount of troops you can recruit. Or maybe just the fact that I lost all my troops in those prior battle mean that I ran out of population. I don't think so.
Ready for orders.
It's very weird though, I don't have access to any recruitment now.
Commander.
I think I'll just below see if there's any problem there. Like fix the issue.
Commander.
Ah, there we go, fixed. It's close.
Ready for battle.
So now I can finally recruit more people. The thing is that right now I do not have horse archer. Well, I don't think I'm not even sure if the faction I'm using right now has horse archer at all. So, seem a little. Maybe I can recruit them as mercenary. That might be a good idea. Let me see what kind of mercenary I can recruit around. Yeah, I can probably recruit those guys. That could be a good move. As for noble cavalry, yep, I do that. So here we'll see if that army is actually acceptably effective against those nomadic tribes over here.
At your command.
This army here deserves to be a little more developed. Increase the amount of slingers. But it's clear that in terms of designing an army right now, I will likely try to perhaps build some ballista or something. Yeah, I could play War Thunder maybe in one future live broadcast. I know that I have a few friends which are big fans of that. Be good to get back into that game.
Ready for orders. Commander.
Here what I'll try to do, and it might not work at all, is I will put my army into that forest here, and hopefully the enemy will come by and I will be able to ambush them, which is a rare sight, and I don't know how much cover this forest gives me. I don't know if the enemy will even come all the way here, but if I manage to ambush an army made of horse archer that might be very easy to dispose of them with the current army I have there, which is mostly made of cavalry. Normally that will make it easy. Sadly, they decided to go toward my town here.
Ready for battle. We hunger for battle.
So I guess my slinger will be useful. Sadly, that town doesn't have any walls. Bit of an issue.
Commander.
What's strange in this game is how, in many cases, when a faction is at war with you, they end up sending their armies around, and while they do that, some other faction comes in the back and destroy them. This is happening nearly all the time. So that makes the faction at war a very, well, very bad survivor.
For glory and honor!
That's good. Ambush, and I won't even have to do it. Perhaps I will. I think I will actually do that battle, and it's just to test out the effectiveness of my troops in ambushing horse archer armies, because this is kind of a small test I'll do there. Because if the enemy horse archer are able to run away fast, then that's a bad idea to try to ambush them. But they're just stuck there and being squeezed by my armies of horsemen, then that means that this is a good way to get rid of those nomadic tribes.
Citizen cavalry! We await your orders! General! Advance at speed! I am pleasantly surprised. I think the German scum are
It's interesting how the group AI is sending my cavalry, I don't know where.
Orders!
At least that seemed to work.
Charge! We are at your command! Melee cavalry at your command! Ready!
Only the remaining enemy force or general unit here. That's the routing. Yeah, that was fast. Plus 5 guy. That was really fast. Very good, very effective. I wish all the battle would be like this. Now the sad part though is that the enemy did manage to escape. On the other hand, the fact that they are looting or raiding my province here might mean that I have an opening to go for their territory. So I will try to work on that.
At your command. Ready for battle.
They have grades here. Oh, but I want that. What do I need to get that? Okay, let's research. Want to have some ballista and destroy everything.
At your command.
So this will be another experimental armies against nomadic tribes, made of really good bowmen and armored, well, spearmen. Flexible spearmen, because you don't want phalanx. Phalanx seem a very bad way to try to fight horsemen archers. So we will try to avoid that in the future. It did cost me too many armies.
Till your feet bleed.
Ready for orders. At your command.
I do have a lot of money, but I don't have anything to spend it on. We have to deal with the rebellion now? Where is it? Oh, great, like we don't have enough enemies around.
We hunger. Laying siege to the settlement.
Ready for battle. We hunger for battle.
Need to be looting the place. These armies are only made of horse archers. Imagine if you had to fight that in multiplayer, that will be quite a pain.
I want hourly patrols.
Actually, it's very likely that you can end up fighting that in multiplayer.
We hunger for battle. Commander. Ready for battle. Commander.
Time to recruit more experimental armies. Or skirmisher. That could be interesting because our skirmisher, if you chase down horse archer, the horse archer won't necessarily be able to fire on you. So, but with your javelin, you might be able to chase them down. So they're not really good at melee attack. Pretty terrible. So I'm not sure that's worth it. How about a bunch of Indian elephant?
Soldiering. It's a good life.
That seems scary. Yeah. I don't know if I want to do that. The upkeep of it is insane. I won't do that. How about having 4? Yeah, oh good. Ballista. So that seemed a pretty good army to deal with cavalry armies. We'll see about that.
Ready for battle.
Seems that indeed the fact that they decided to raid my province down there, I now have a free bet, or perhaps not. Maybe they pulled back.
On the move.
Yeah, I think they did.
Here.
But the good news is that they are in ambush, so we'll do this. Okay. I think I will have no choice but to do it myself, so I reduce the amount of loss I might get. Because since I'm, this is a large province, so you want to inflict the maximum amount of loss without losing too many troops before you get to the town. And from there, well, you need to conserve your troops. And with cavalry, you don't have that much troops.
Citizen cavalry.
We go for the ambush. Very weird how they send my cavalry elsewhere.
Yours to command. Citizen cavalry. By your command. We are at your command.
Wonder if it's either strategy or madness.
Awaiting order. For glory. Orders, my lord. We are at your command. Swift riders. For glory. Stick him. There's a good man. Commander. Advance! LA cavalry ready! Forward! At your service! Attack their position!
Okay, so that's a few less cavalry archer to get rid of. Dealt with. We'll keep pushing forward while I can.
That path
Hope
is
that I
locked.
can wipe out that army. Be great news. I hope that all those units I'm destroying will will just not be produced back by my enemies in here.
At your command. We cannot do that.
So that's one army taken care of, but there's still those armies over here. And there's a siege that I will have to do there. It will be a very tricky situation. Fortunately, I do have that army here, which will potentially be effective at making a siege.
Journey completed. We hunger for battle.
Here there's a small horde here that perhaps destroy. Yeah, they seem to be running away, that's a good sign.
Leave none alive. We hunger. Kill them all!
The rebellion right there won't last long, especially. Yeah, I think those nomadic tribes really need to be wiped out. Too much of a pain. Fight
Ready for... Get to it, men.
with all those cavalry archer.
Ready for
Well,
orders.
we take a look down there. My allies seem to be expanding pretty well. Very surprising.
At your... Call this a garrison. Ready for orders. Commander. We hunger for battle. Ready for battle.
Up a few character there.
We hunger for battle.
Wow, that guy ranked up quite a bit.
Commander.
Oh, that's because I did 2 battles or something.
I want hourly patrols.
We make this modest request in the knowledge that your coffers strain to contain your wealth.
One more military alliance, that's very nice. Well, I think I never had that many allies. I don't know if that's normal or if it's because I'm a minor faction, but that's interesting and unusual for a Total War campaign. Here we go with the counterattack. Might be a tough fight. Okay, let's try that. Maybe worst case scenario, I'll lose my army. I'm starting to get used to it.
my lord.
Citizen cavalry.
So I think I will likely divide my troops here in two group. I will try once again that function of AI attack.
Ready. We await your orders. Maintain the line.
Missile cavalry at your command. Riders on
Let's
me.
move forward. I should probably move forward as fast as possible. Because this way the enemy reinforcements won't merge with the current enemy army. Thing that we don't want to happen.
Citizen cavalry.
Interesting, my light horse. Okay, these are light horse. I thought they were noble horsemen, so that explains why they are so fast.
By your command. We await your orders. Formation. Move. Awaiting orders. Pause action.
Fire.
Citizen cavalry!
Melee cavalry at your command. Forward. We await your orders. What are your orders?
I'm not convinced at all by this fight.
Citizen cavalry!
I'm under the impression that my cavalry is too weak. Light horse are just not good enough against so many cavalry. A citizen cavalry might be good enough because they do have some armor, so they might be able to survive a little more. But the question is, are they numerous enough to do so?
Awaiting orders.
Ready to move.
And my light cavalry is not good enough. Actually, that's not the new DLC. This is... well, yes, there's a new DLC in it, and I'm fighting enemies which are from the new DLC. But I think these enemies are in there without the DLC. It's just that what you see right now is actually with a mod, which unlock all faction. So Bactria, which is the faction I'm currently using, is a faction you only have access to when you use the unlock all faction mod. So normally you do not have access to the faction I'm currently using.
Never surrender. Orders and honor. Back.
What are your orders?
We fight or we die.
Yeah, it seems that my horsemen now did manage to kill quite a few enemies, but that's not enough.
Missile cavalry.
Never surrender.
We fight or we die.
I guess that's the global retreat right there. So I'm not sure if I did manage to eliminate a few enemies. Yeah, I did kill 1,000. Oh, actually I lost 1,000. Kill 800. A fight. Actually, Bactria is a faction which is Macedonian. So the reason why I'm using that many horse, mostly because I'm fighting nomadic tribes, and so far phalanx did not go too well against nomadic tribes. That's why I've tried a little this strategy of trying to fight them with horsemen, but that doesn't work too well because their horsemen are much better than mine, as you can see. I actually recognize the Macedonian faction, well, the culture with the money in the mouth. Maybe it's his entry into paradise or something. For the general, of course.
We
So that's one more army gone. So I guess my cavalry in this faction is just not good enough to take care of so many enemy horse archers. I'm sure the faction I have is about to run out of generals, wasting them left and right.
ready for orders. To your duties, men. We hunger for battle. Are you ready to serve?
Maybe if I make a mix of cavalry and infantry, that might be useful or effective.
Ready for battle.
I must say, so far in Rome 2, this is the campaign where I had the most difficulty advancing. This is largely due because of the context of those nomadic tribes, which only made horse archer, step horse archer. So it's in my culture is totally not fit for fighting that kind of enemy. It's a tricky fight. Random noble death.
Commander. We hunger for laying siege to the settlement.
That path is blocked.
Besieging the settlement.
Okay, so we're about to siege that place now. I think I will simply continue the siege and I will wait for them outside the walls. I only have one army. They have 3 armies, but they're made of cavalry. And this is an army which I have, which is mostly made of elite archers. So normally these bowmen should be very deadly to the enemy, and I hope they will live up to my expectation. Okay, there we go for the battle. Fortunately, it's a pretty small army which is leading the way, but they will likely merge each other into one single blob of enemies. Fortunately, that map seems a little in my favor because there's a few buildings here which will serve me well. I will deploy my army in those guys, or those buildings. So this will actually look like battle like the one we had before with the Romans.
We await your order. Elite archers! We are at your
These
command.
Germans have no idea of decency or honor. They believe only in murder and theft. Fortunately, we are men of a different strain. Honor, glory, and duty are ready.
Orders understood.
Spears! At the double! We are at your command.
I think what will be tricky in this battle is not to be flanked.
Cavalry ready. Persian archers! Orders, my lord!
Spears! They're not your concern. We keep all
Ready and
our
waiting.
orders. At your
Orders.
service.
Spears!
So that will be a battle, bowman versus bowman for the most part. And my spear infantry is mostly, let's say, an absorbent for enemy fire, literally. Not really relying much on them at all. As you can see, those horsemen seem very well armored. They might be rather tricky to take care of.
We are at your command!
Seniors, look to your men now.
We await your orders! Persian archers!
By the amount of flags we see over there, it will be quite a fight.
We are at your command! What are your orders? Ready, my lord! Double ready! Persian archers! On me! Quick, my lord! Quick march! We are at your command! Double time! Orders!
True, sir. But men favor shrewd judgment more.
Ready!
Hope that the chainmail of those spearmen will protect them well. They have a good helmet.
How long are we going to wait? We can hit them from here. Don't waste our ammunition. Wait till they're close. Spears!
Good news is that my troops seem to be holding.
What are your orders? Melee cavalry! Engage! At the ready! Charge!
As expected, the enemy is flanking me around.
We await your orders! At the ready! Has anyone seen my banner bearer? Understood! Forever loyal! All things, my lord! Spears! Advance!
Their flanking maneuver has been a little stronger than I expected here.
For glory! Spears! Understood! Spearmen ready for orders! As you say! Spears! Rally to me! What are your orders? Ready for orders! To engage! As you say! Yours to command! As you say!
So tomorrow we'll do a live stream of War Game. It'll be fun. It's a great game. Love that game. I don't play that much anymore, which is a little sad because I'm distracted by the Throne 2, but I still love that game quite a bit.
Await your orders!
I think this is certainly one of the best RTS of the year. In terms of quality, of course, maybe not success, but quality it is.
Spears! Bring forward!
So anybody else has any suggestion of any games they would like to see on the live broadcast?
As you wish!
Because tomorrow is War Game. Finally, some modern warfare. Without any stinky barbarian.
Yes, command! As you command!
I'm actually surprised that I lost that battle. They really overwhelmed my troops there. I will make sure to verify how much my troops did kill. My bowmen did well, but they did not do as well as my spearmen. Fortunate for that. Those spearmen were awesome. I did kill 1,400. 1,100. That's another defeat, but we're learning how to beat those nomad.
Journey completed.
Goodbye, dear general. It was nice seeing you. I think I now remember why I don't like the ending of the campaign, because you end up into that region and you end up fighting those nomadic tribes. And it is a pain. But what you need to keep in mind is that while I'm losing many battles, they're losing many units. And I have many provinces to produce troops, while they don't. So I end up winning by attrition, which is a kind of victory which is not particularly glorious. But I guess everything goes in strategy. As long as I don't get kicked out by my population, I will keep doing it. Don't run out of population.
Commander.
One more turn and I have a new army here.
Ready for battle.
Well, I'm not sure at which time I'll do the live broadcast, but as I stated before, in the afternoon usually is a good time. So right now it's like nearly supper time, so it's prior to that. So yeah, if you watch around this time, I'll try to be around this time for the live broadcast.
Ready for orders.
That's what I think it's important that you guys tell me when is the best time for you, because the more you guys preach for your time zone, the more I'm likely to live broadcast for that time zone. And essentially what I'm seeking is to find the perfect time zone to have people which like to talk with me while I'm doing this. Make it much more entertaining for me and much cooler for you.
Commander.
And the thing is that in the afternoon I'm not wasted, so for example I could do my live broadcast at night, which probably will be a good time. I haven't experimented that yet, but I will be so tired that I will not necessarily be particularly interesting to watch.
Ready for orders.
So that's why I'm testing different time to start my live broadcasting and just learning from the different constraint of each time of the day, and also checking what kind of public I can get each time of the day. I think I will buy Battlefield 4, so that will also be a game I will try to make live broadcast of it. It's clearly a game which is much more multiplayer, and there will be some testing that I will have to do with it in relation with the capacity of making a live broadcast of it, and the compatibility of doing so with the fact of live broadcasting, because you know, if you put some load on the bandwidth, that might increase your ping, and then that will be to the detriment of your gaming experience. So I will have to check that out, and if there's not too much impact on my network by doing a live stream and playing together, then I think I will try to do a live stream as much as possible. I just accepted a peace treaty with those guys, which will only allow me to bring my armies closer to their capital without opposition. And I live in Canada, so I'm in the West Coast time area, so Quebec province, so it's It's the same time zone as New York or Montreal or place.
We hunger for battle. Make haste, men.
So I did peace against those guys, but that's only so I can bring many armies close and finally finish them off. For example, right now here it's 5:28, so 5:30 p.m. So it's so you just make that into relation to what your what time zone you are in. But it's clear that for Battlefield 4, I think I have a good setup to record it. If there's no impact on the network from live streaming, then I should be fine. I should be able to provide you great enjoyment for that. And of course, assuming that I'm not terrible at it, which might be the case, I haven't played Battlefield 3 in so long. And I know that many people kept playing Battlefield 3 for a long time. Although some people tell me that it's a little different, and actually I did try the beta, but I don't know. We'll see.
Commander.
I might be terrible, so get ready to. Might be terrible.
Any man who
But usually when the game just come out, anyway, there's plenty of beginners that join in, and plenty of easy prey for you to kill. So. Will not be too terrible. And since nobody will have unlocked special guns or that kind of stuff, will be pretty balanced, and everybody will be trying a different type of guns because they won't necessarily have a favorite yet. So that should be that should make the experience of Battlefield 4 interesting, and not necessarily give an advantage to those that did play that much Battlefield 3. Well, it's clear that even if you play enormously, well, if you're a big player of Battlefield 3, that doesn't mean you're good anyway, so we'll see. Well, so far I have been streaming for about an hour and 46 minutes, so we've been at it for a while now. And I will likely stop in probably half an hour maximum, because I'm about to go eat. I'll take a break. So if you have a question to ask me live right now, tell me. If you have any opinion to express about anything I said or asked, make sure to write it into the comments so I can see it best as possible.
At your command.
While I'm moving my armies toward those nomadic tribes over there.
At ease, men.
I'm starting to feel toward those nomadic tribes as Rome used to feel toward Carthage. We must destroy them. Let's make them disappear forever, and so that we will never hear from them again. Because they did cost me quite a few armies. And that is not acceptable for the Bactrian Empire. Okay, finally I can build some siege equipment, which will be useful. I won't do like I did with my Roman Empire and end up without siege equipment even toward the end against towns that have ballista and everything.
Ready for battle. On the move. Destination reached.
Kinda impressive that my allies are occupying that much area. Each time I end up with an ally with the regular faction, they are completely incompetent and are not able to establish themselves anywhere.
At your command.
That is impossible.
Ready for battle.
We hunger for battle. Burn it!
I think I should install the mod which remove all agent from the AI armies, and they say that it speed up the ending turn quite a bit. Sound like a good idea.
Commander.
I haven't tried it yet, but I'm really thinking about it.
And honor!
Anyway, those agents, I don't find them particularly useful, or they don't really do much. As far as I can tell. I know that sometimes they create revolt, but the revolt are usually so weak that it doesn't really change anything to the campaign in terms of what it brings to it.
Is that all? We hunger. On the move.
I just noticed that this place was broken.
Ready for battle.
At your command.
At your command.
Commander. March.
Okay, that's a kind of weird situation here. I will I'll try to balance my for siege. Archer in
Advance. We hunger for battle.
simply declare war on this.
None will escape. Let them cower like kennel dogs.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, I think I'll go eat now. About time. About to starve. While my empire is filled with food, my stomach is pretty empty. I think I'll take a break now. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that was enjoyable. I hope also to see you on future live broadcasts, because I do enjoy it so far. And I'll see you tomorrow in War Game.